What seemed like a fairly quiet weekend of Donald Trump, let's just say shenanigans, things happening inside the White House, where he's still being sued for other things he's done in the past week and weekends in the full 60 or so days he's been in office. This one right here had me stop what I was doing, watching basketball, and scratch my head and wonder what exactly is going on at the White House. Now, the White House is seeking for corporate sponsorships for this year's annual Easter egg roll. It's departing from the tradition of how things worked in the past. Sponsorship packages range from $75,000 to $200,000, offering branding opportunities on event signage, souvenirs, and in social media. Traditionally, the Easter egg roll has been proudly funded with significant contributions from organizations like the American Egg Board. They provide tens of thousands of eggs for the event, which is the main part there. But this year's explicit corporate branding marks a notable shift from previous practices. Ethics experts are up in arms, expressing concern over potential conflicts of interest arising from the corporate advertising on the White House grounds, deeming such explicit branding unprecedented, along with other words they have come up to explain this. Now, the upcoming Easter egg roll is scheduled for April 21st. Funds raised through sponsorships will be managed by the White House Historical Association, a nonprofit organization. This development reflects the administration's effort to blend public events with private sector partnerships, raising questions about the evolving nature of traditional White House ceremonies. Now, immediately the joke about politicians wearing suits with logos on it from their sponsors and their donors like NASCAR comes to mind, but this is something that goes even beyond what I thought was the pale for a Donald Trump. Apparently it is not. Not the fact that you're not getting people involved, but something like a for charity thing, for goodwill thing, for the honesty and goodness of the United States, having Exxon and having Starbucks and having, maybe a Target because they're being unfairly targeted by, people with the DEI out there with their signage to show their support. As a person who's basically sold marketing and advertising for over 20 years in media all over the place, I understand how branding works. You put a logo up there and you think about it. You may not buy from that person, but someone will think about it when it comes to mind and somebody will go buy something from them. That's how it works. And the White House and the Easter egg roll and the thing that's made for kids and a tradition for years and supposed to be something that's nonpartisan and fun becomes corporate. And what other logos will we put upside the sign of the White House? Will we have corporate branding outside there? The teaser graphic has billboards in front of the yard. Will we do that there? We're already paving over the Rose Garden. Will it have logos like WWE has done for the rings on top of the concrete so you can see what's going on there? What exactly is up with this one? There are plenty of things that are questionable. This one, from a marketing standpoint, is a genius idea, except who actually vets the actual sponsors? Now, it does say it'll be run by the White House Historic Association, so that means the nonprofit that does all the things surrounding the branding of the White House will be involved. So there's that. But will Come and Go get a spot? Can they outbid Citgo or outbid the other gas stations be out there? Will we have a sponsor that may do something a little shady, but because they're in bed with the Easter egg hunt, maybe get a little bit better deal going back and forth? Will some entity that's about to be investigated by some of our government entities that have been ripped apart throw some money into the mix for this one and try to get a better deal? I am at a loss for words, yet for some reason I keep talking. So why don't I stop talking? Your thoughts on the Easter egg roll coming April 21st to a White House near you with possible corporate sponsors. Now, maybe they're having issues with the egg board bringing eggs this year and they have to buy them because the cost of eggs costs so much. Okay, maybe. But sometimes when you break a precedent, it starts new things, and the unexpected consequences, as I've been saying a lot in these past 60 days or so, are going to be hell. Or you may give me hell for putting too much emphasis into a story like this one. Let me know. This is not an off the beat and offbeat story. This is an actual news headline that is coming through the wires late on a Sunday, so it's probably going to be forgotten and be lost in the mix with things happening Monday morning. But just in case you get this one, just in case it's picked us up, it could be conversational. It's in the mix. We'll see if it happens to show up in tomorrow's edition of Things You Might Have Heard. But you can comment on it right now and comment at me right now. Right now.